Most people don't miss the moment because they didn't care, they miss it because they were never looking in the right direction. Their awareness was outsourced, their attention was rented, their instincts were shaped by noise, and so when the signal finally arrives, it doesn't feel urgent, it doesn't go viral, it doesn't scream, it just sits there, simple, available, and ignored. And that's what 0.01 worth of Bitcoin, 1 million Satoshis, actually is. A quiet wake-up call, not for the crowd, but for those who are still capable of noticing what matters before the world validates it. Now, I just quickly want to chuck this in here. This is a free course of mine, and it's called Sovereign by Design. Now, if you want to come and check this out, there'll be a link for this down in the description below. See, in every era, there are those small, silent portals, unassuming decisions that separate those who saw from those who slept. They're rarely dramatic, never obvious, and they usually appear when everything else feels louder, flashier, and easier to explain. Now, 0.01 worth of Bitcoin, 1 million Satoshis, doesn't present itself like an opportunity. It doesn't beg you to act. It doesn't reward short-term thinking, and it doesn't care how late you think you are. It just exists, patiently, waiting for someone whose signal is strong enough to see through the noise. And that's where most people fail. Now, not because they didn't want sovereignty, but because they were too distracted to feel it arriving. Now, 0.01 worth of Bitcoin is not a number. It's a filter, a line in the sand between the people who are waiting to be told what to do and the people who still remember how to choose for themselves. Now, it's not about wealth, it's about signal strength. Because the real question isn't, should I stack? It's, can I detect value without permission? Can I act before confirmation? Can I move before the system says it's okay? Now, if you can, well, you've already woken up. Now, the wake-up call doesn't sound like an alarm, it sounds like silence, like clarity, like a quiet voice inside you that says, this matters, even if no one sees it yet. Now, that's what 0.01 worth of Bitcoin is for those who truly get it. Now, it's not a trade, it's not a hedge, it's a signal that you're no longer asleep. And when the rest of the world finally opens its eyes, it won't matter how loud they scream because the shift already happened in you. See, everyone wants to feel early, but no one wants to feel alone. So they wait for influencers, for headlines, for price action, for permission. And in that waiting, they miss the point, because the people who win in this next era are the ones who stopped waiting and started listening to the quiet, to the signal, to themselves. So if 0.01 worth of Bitcoin still feels irrelevant, ask yourself this. What exactly are you waiting for? A bigger number, a louder voice, an external sign? Because the wake-up call already came. It just didn't sound like you expected. So listen closely, because this isn't about stacking, it's about sensing. And the ones who sense early don't need to be reminded again, because they already know. So stay aware and stay sovereign. Now, speaking of sovereignty, Sovereign by Design, if you do want to come and check this out, there'll be a link for this down in the description below. Now, if you've made it this far and if you're not too sure what to watch next, well, I have this playlist for you just here, which you can go ahead and binge watch if you enjoy watching my content, or if you just want a quick single little video, you can watch this one just here, recommended to you by YouTube.